Hello and welcome back to the DoneDeal YouTube channel. Today we're going to do a video on some top tips for buying a new car. So we're going to talk about everything from test driving, ordering, how long it takes, and we might even get a little bit of expert knowledge from someone within the industry themselves. So sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and hopefully we'll get you from not knowing anything about it to having a brand new car. Step number one is figuring out what car is right for you. Now, we've covered this before in buying a car privately and buying a used car from a dealer. However, it's about finding the car that's right for you. So is it diesel, is it petrol? Considering electric, and of course the space, whether you're interested in a sports car, these are all subjective matters. Now, once you figure that out, it's about looking and getting as much information as possible. I would suggest watching and reading as many reviews as you can. I do know a really good guy on YouTube. I think his name's Dave, and I think he does reviews on the DoneDeal channel. Definitely worth checking them out. Once you figure out the car you like, then have a look online. You can search of an overall price or price per month, find a dealer. You can do all this on the app or of course on a laptop. Make an inquiry and go down and meet the dealer. There you can talk about trade-ins, you can find out how much your car is worth, and of course ordering a new car, how long it's going to take, and all the exciting stuff. So I've made my inquiry online and I've come down to my local Volvo dealer. Now this is the car I'm interested in. It is the Volvo XC40. We've done a review on this, but I think it just suits me in general. It's an outdoorsy car, I'm an outdoorsy guy, except this particular one is the Momentum version. But I am more of an Or design guy. I prefer the sporty wheels and the beefed up grille. So I think that is a huge advantage of buying new. You can pick certain things that you like from one car and certain things you like from another car and put them together and make a perfect car for you. When it comes to test driving the car, try and get yourself a good long spin in it. Chances are this is the most amount of money you'll have ever spent in your life, so you want to be sure that it's the right car for you. Now, for example, this one is the T3 petrol engine with the manual gearbox. Now, I've driven a diesel version with an automatic gearbox and I'm getting a good feel for what I prefer, and that's the advantage of buying new. You can really mix and match engines, gearboxes, specs, and really find the perfect car for you. So just ensure you get a good test drive, and that should do it for you. When you come back from your test drive, this is where you go inside, talk to the salesman, negotiate a deal, and place your order. Now, a couple tips I would give you is the car that you see, that base price is usually going to be for an entry-level car. So have a little bit of extra budget to upgrade to anything you might like a sunroof or bigger alloy wheels. Another thing is to find out as much as you can about warranties and of course servicing packages. If you can include this in your price, then you're absolutely laughing. Now that's my advice, but we're going to meet John in Spirit Skoda here, and he's going to give us a bit of extra advice if you're looking to buy a new car.
Well, the immediate answer will come to mind will be you've got a full manufacturer's 3-year warranty, which is pretty much an industry norm. You would certainly have better financing options driven by the brands and their financing package that they would offer. Well, your conventional one will be the HP, which is hire purchase, which is basically where you borrow the cost of the car, the cost to change, and you pay that back over a 3 to 5 year period, and at the end of that you own the car in full. The second option, which is probably the most popular in the market at the moment, is PCP, which is basically where an element of the value of the car is guaranteed. The value of the car is guaranteed for 3 years' time by the manufacturer. At the end of that 3 year period, you have all the choices you can make. You can purchase the car at that amount, you can trade it in and move on to a new car again. I would very much of the view it is a myth, basically, because at the end of the day, if you return 12 months later and you've bought a €30,000 car, the cost of change is going to be something in the region of about €4,000 to €5,000. So therefore you're paying this 10%, but yet you're driving out with a brand new, newer car, 1 year newer car at the end of it. So I think it is a myth, yeah. Normally around 10 to 12 weeks, depending obviously where the car is manufactured. For most of the European brands such as our own, would take about 10 to 12 weeks for that car to land from the factory. But I mean, if you do want to go and order a car, you can value your car and agree a trade-in value for 10 to 12 weeks away. If you want to endeavour to try and sell your car in the meantime, you're more than free to do that, and then to come back perhaps and look for a non-trade-in or deal, which you will probably get a little bit of discount after. Well, key is the resale value of the car when you come to dispose of it again. So I would always say to someone, you know, to back that up, go and look on some of the platforms where you'll see used cars for sale. Do your research on the value of the brand of car that you're thinking of buying. My second piece of advice always to anybody is to take an extended test drive. Like, driving around the block is all fine, but there's no harm. Try and get a car overnight for a drive, or even a weekend if you can. And it gives you a good idea what the car is like driving the kind of routes and runs that you do every day, because that gives you a true impression of how good the car is and if it suits you or not.
Some very interesting tips from John there, particularly the one about the long test drive. I think if you can organise that, 100% do, as it could also maybe make you fall in love with the car. Other than that, we hope you've enjoyed the video. We hope that you've learned something from it. If you have any tips for buying a new car, if you've done it yourself, if you work in the industry, we would love to hear from you. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the near future.